Este segmento queremos dedicar a todos los inmigrantes que salen de sus países por un porvenir mejor para sus familias. El doctor Ramón Torrencija es un vivo ejemplo de lucha y perseverancia. Él actualmente es el presidente de Westfield State University, con un doctorado en sociología de la Universidad de Wisconsin. Gracias por este tiempo, doctor.
My pleasure.
Cuando vino para acá, a los Estados Unidos, ¿cómo fueron esos inicios?
The beginning was hard. I came here, I was 17 years old, did not speak any English. Grew up in Brazil, although my father was Puerto Rican. And I came to work in a farm to pick apple, pears, and cherries. I lived in a camp, in a migrant camp. On my second Sunday in that farm, I was really going out of my mind. And so I went to the road and I hitchhiked. And a car passed by and came back. And this car took me to a Baptist church. I was raised Catholic, but they took me to a Baptist church. And in this church, they gave me a Bible in English and a Bible in Spanish. And that's how I began to learn English, translating, reading in Spanish first and then reading in English. After a year on the farm, I just left. And also through the church, I met a family of missionaries. And I went to Portland State University and I said, you know, I don't have any papers, I don't have any transcripts, but I really want to go to school.
So who helping you to be success in your career?
It was really a faculty member, a professor of sociology, that one day she said to me, you know, Ramon, you're smart enough to do what I do. So that made the world smaller. She saw possibilities in me that at that time I didn't think that they were there. But lots of people helped me.
A lot of students, they came from different countries and they don't really have the same opportunity like you. Why do you think is that?
I think first of all, there is a myth out there that Latinos don't value education. That is wrong. We do value education. I think, however, for a lot of Latinos, we don't have the cultural capital to understand the world of academia. We don't know what a financial aid form is. We don't know, the rhythm of what happens in an institution of higher education. And quite frankly, it can be intimidating. So having somebody that can open the door and just sit down with you and demystify the process, it makes a difference.
So now you are a leader, now you are president of a very prestigious university. What are you doing to support our Latino community?
When you look at our student population, only 20% of our students are students of color. So we gotta change that. We gotta diversify the student population and we gotta diversify the faculty. So we're starting out with this program called the Westfield Promise. The Westfield Promise is about having a faculty member from Westfield State to work with a faculty in a high school. And we are working with high schools in Holyoke, in Springfield, and Westfield. Our faculty and the faculty from the high school will teach a course together, and it's called a stretch course. So you take Political Science 101. Instead of teaching that course in one semester, we are stretching that course for the whole year. And we are teaching students a junior in high school. When they come to the senior year, they will come to Westfield State and take courses at Westfield State. What that does, it sort of introduces the students to Westfield State. It demystifies what it means to be in a university and also pairs the students not only with faculty, but peers, counselors. So the whole process becomes much easier and the whole transition becomes easier.
¿Se ha sentido alguna vez discriminado por ser latino? ¿Le vieron diferente?
Whenever you have an accent, which I do, Right? Sometimes people make the assumption that you don't hear well or you don't understand what they're saying. So I've noticed that sometimes even to this day, when I introduce myself and talk to somebody, they will raise their voice and make sure that they're speaking slower than they usually do. But there has also been a lot of instances where I've been helped by a lot of people.
¿Cómo pudo manejar ese tipo de rechazo y no fue un intermediario de una forma negativa para no lograr su meta?
You face this type of discrimination, racism, by reminding yourself of who you are, by saying to yourself that these incidents do not define who I am. My grandmother used to say that success is the greatest revenge. And so when you experience something like this, you have to be strong. It's hurtful, it's infuriating, but you have to think about your greater purpose and you have to march on. We all walk around asking a very simple question. How do I do that in life? How do I accomplish? How do I follow my dreams? Don't lose sight of that. You can do it. You too, one day, can have an impact in other people's lives, and you can one day do what I do. So don't give up, keep going.